an entrepreneur has already created a business even before the business starts. Okay, so in creating a business even before the business starts, these are the elements you should have in mind. And this is why, if you don't have the tenacity to execute every part and make sure that every part of this triangle is functional at every point in time, then entrepreneurship might not just be for you. Merry Christmas and a happy New Year in advance from here at the Divine Entrepreneur YouTube channel. My name remains Dotrop Odum. I'm your host on this channel, and it's been an awesome pleasure, honor to serve you in this capacity. You are welcome again. You're welcome again. So we've been talking about the entrepreneur, going deep into the nature and the entrepreneur, the nature of the entrepreneur and our expectations, right, as entrepreneurs. Do you understand what the word nature, intent, the innate meaning of the word entrepreneur demands of any serious entrepreneur? And I believe you are being blessed in the mighty name of Jesus. This is such a wonderful season. It's a season to rejoice, a season to celebrate. It's also a season to recap and then refresh for 2025. So many amazing things coming up in 2025. Just fasten your seatbelt and enjoy the ride. All right. Today we're going to be talking about the BI triangle. The BI triangle. Now, this is also gleaned from Robert and Kim Kiyosaki. Shout out to you. I love you guys so much. That book, their series of teachings, okay? In their series of teachings, the Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Right now we're on Before You Quit Your Job. Okay, so the BI triangle is something like this. Now we'll be studying the BI triangle and the elements within this BI triangle and the secret behind the success of great companies and, parallel to the failures of smaller companies. Why do small companies fail and why do big businesses succeed? Okay, the secret is in cracking the code of the BI triangle. Now we're going to draw the BI triangle right now. Okay, so here's the BI triangle represented this way, right? So I'm going to draw a triangle first, and then there's a bigger triangle outside it. Boom, boom, and boom. Right, so based on this, you see that there is a smaller triangle inside and there's a bigger triangle. Now inside this smaller triangle we have 4 elements or 5 elements. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, at this tiny spot we have what? The products. Okay, products, legal, systems, communications, and what? Cash flow. Right, so these 5 elements make up the inner, it's like the intestinal and inner working organs of any successful company. If any of these 5 elements is missing, the business is bound to fail. Any of them, if any of them is missing, you understand, no matter how much success that company attracts or makes in the time of its existence, right, it is bound to fail if any of these elements is missing. Now, this is what holds it on the inside. Okay, now on a larger perspective, at the broader view, right, we now have what the team here. This on the outer perspective. We have here leadership, and then what, mission. So this is like the bigger picture, the overall long-term mission. Okay, so this outer part, represents the long-term mission of your business.
If you're ready to start or grow a faith-centered business, this Christmas season, we have something extraordinary for you. We are offering the Divine Entrepreneur's Guide to starting a faith-based business completely free to the first 100 buyers. When you claim your copy, you get instant access and exclusive bonuses designed to set you up for success in 2025. Even if you miss the free offer, you can still get 50% off before December 25. Plus, you'll be invited to a live group strategy session in January 2025 and receive our exclusive Faith and Finance Planner. So don't wait. Be among the first 100 to get it free or grab your copy at half price before December 25. Visit our website in the link below to claim your copy now. Download your free or discounted copy today and start building a business with purpose.
So just because you are selling or you are manufacturing peanuts, for example, I have one of my mentees, shout out to you, I love you. You're doing so well. She's a divine entrepreneur and she has started, by God's grace, under the coaching of Divine Entrepreneur, we have started her peanut business. Now, these peanuts are her trademark, customized, spicy peanuts. You should get some for yourself, okay? It's AB's Spicy Peanuts. Now, let's use AB's Spicy Peanuts as an example of this BI triangle. AB's Spicy Peanut, the peanut itself is the product, right? The legal part of that business is its registration with CAC, for example, and other legal agreements. Other agreements, perhaps with suppliers of raw materials, contractual agreements with sponsors, and so on and so forth, right? Or anything legal. Right? Then systems talk about the process of the business itself. So after it is manufactured, how does it go through to sales, to the point of sales? What are the systems in place? Do we have a delivery guy? Do we go deliver them by ourselves? Do you understand? Because we're talking about the product here. So the system of delivering your good or your service encapsulates these systems, this word systems, in a very, very simple form. Of course, it's not as simplified as represented, or as I'm saying it. There are deeper dimensions of this which we would go through in the course of time. We already mentioned this in earlier classes if you were following, but now we're getting deeper and we're getting more and more into the nitty-gritty of things. Okay, now communications, as we mentioned last week or in one of those previous episodes, we talked about internal communications and external communications. How do you communicate with your staff, even if it's just one or two staff you have for a start? How do you communicate? Is the communication clear enough? Do you understand? And then how do you now communicate with outsiders? Do you understand? Your customers, your clients, suppliers, stakeholders, okay? Is there a structure? Is there a plan for that kind of consistency in communication? Yeah. And then the fifth one on the inner aspect of this is what? Your cash flow. How is the cash flow management? Is there proper record keeping? Remember, we have delved into your income statements and your balance sheet, and then cash flow. We've touched cash flow briefly as well. All these things will be expanding as we go on. And I also encourage us, if you have any question, if you feel like we should buttress a particular aspect of this a little more, just put it in the comment section, and we'll definitely, by God's special grace, make it a topic. We'll make it one of these topics. This is a community where it's for the people, by the people. It's by you and it's for you. Okay? So please feel free to make a comment in the comment section. And thank you so much for all those that have commented. Someone once said that they were not seeing the board very clearly, so our editing team had to zoom in more to the board as we grow. Do you understand? Until we advance into greater technologies like the board Myron Golden uses and all these other experts. But I thank you guys for your support thus far. Okay? Now, if we go to the outer section of this triangle, we see team, right? So who are the teams? Who are those on your team? Okay? As a business, who are those on your team? Do you have, a beautiful team working with you? Are you guys on the same page when it comes to your mission? Do you get? Now, moving to your mission, is your mission clearly spelled out? As a divine entrepreneur, your mission must be God-centered. That is what gives the business its essence. Your mission must be to fulfill God's purpose on earth. So you're selling spicy peanuts, right? What is the God-given mission behind that product? It's not just about eating and enjoying and then having a good time. What is the mission, the central purpose of your business as it relates to God's kingdom agenda on earth? Do you understand? Your mission is the spiritual part of your business. Is every part is spiritual. The mission clearly points what is at the heart of the business. Do you understand? This would also reflect in what percentage of income goes out to charity, for example, and then church activities or whatever, contributions to the propagation of God's kingdom. And then leadership. Who is at the top? What is your leadership structure like? These concepts are broad in themselves. Every individual concept here is so broad. For example, if we talk about the product must first of all meet the needs of your niche. Okay? It must be very presentable. It must meet NAFDAC standards, for example, if it's an edible product, etc. There are so many laws that guide each and every individual in this BI triangle. So it's called a BI triangle, according to Robert Kiyosaki, right? So in my opinion, B is for big business. Remember, we talked about big business being at least 500 staff, and then I is for what? Investor. So, and this is just about getting to the right hand side of the quadrant. Remember our quadrant, our cash flow quadrant. Okay, where we have the B here: big business, investor, small business, and employee, right? So So the divine entrepreneur is trying to move from the left hand side of the quadrant to the right, because the right hand side of the quadrant are the movers and shakers. They are the bigger boys of the industry. They run the world, the big business owners and investors. We want to move from there. We want to move from being an E to a self-employed, to start thinking like a B and I, because it's good for us. It's good for us. It's forward thinking. It's the best. Inflation is catching up on us every day. So you must think of growing. You must think of expanding and getting to the bigger side in terms of financial freedom. Okay? So according to Robert Kiyosaki, this triangle represents the essence of your business. Now, if any element, it's so beautiful to have it presented this way, so that you can easily at a glance see where you are failing. For example, Robert Kiyosaki talked about how he made their first millions of dollars, in his nylon and Velcro business, the very first business that eventually went bankrupt. So they had the problem of too much money, and they refused to take care of the legal part of the business when the business was not yet formed. Remember, we talked about the difference between an entrepreneur and an employee, right? That an entrepreneur has already created a business even before the business starts. Okay, so in creating a business even before the business starts, these are the elements you should have in mind. And this is why, if you don't have the tenacity to execute every part and make sure that every part of this triangle is functional at every point in time, then entrepreneurship might not just be for you. Okay, because it takes tenacity, it takes patience, it takes quite some time to build effective teams, leadership styles, have a mission, and then have this particular inner system working for you. In the next couple of classes, we would expand more on this inner workings, right? These 5 elements, that are like the nucleus of the business. All right, I think we have eaten quite a mouthful today. Thank you so much for joining. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share with your friends, share with someone you love, and don't also forget to reach out to us. We drop videos every Thursday and every Sunday by 7 p.m. WAT. Right now we are in the series of Amazon KDP from scratch, okay, and we're already hearing testimonies. All right, so make sure you're a part of it. And if you have any publisher friend, the year is running to a close. Perhaps 2025 might be the year to start your publishing career. Okay, so please share it with your friends, share it with your loved ones. We'll be back here 7 p.m. on Sunday. My name still remains Dr. Podum, and I love you, but God loves you more.